In the previous section, we got to the point whereby we were able to use our new form to actually store URLs and the short URLs in our database, as you can see here. So in this case, we're intending for short URL Google to redirect to google.com. If we, however, type Google here, it's not going to actually do anything. There's no actual file or folder called this, and so we don't actually know how to handle this yet. And that's what we're going to focus on in this video. So to actually redirect our users, we're going to need to create a .htaccess file. And within that, we're going to need to type rewrite engine on. And then we're going to need to type 3 rewrite conditions. And then we're going to actually create our rewrite rule. So what this is actually going to do is, whenever someone visits our page, we're going to look at the URL. If the URL isn't a directory or a file or a link to another file somewhere else on our computer, it's going to actually rewrite our URL for us. It's going to take all of the information after the root directory, and it's going to append that after index.php. And then we're going to use short URL. And then we're going to actually paste the information, everything after the root directory of the website. So in this case, this will turn our string, which was workspace/Google, into workspace/index.php short URL equals Google. And that means that we're going to be able to interact with that short URL, because we've effectively created our get command for us. In our index file, we now need to create a few short commands. So the first thing we need to do is require our shortener. Next, we're going to instantiate it. We're then going to use our get user data. We're then going to actually change the header for our users. And we're going to actually call our resolve short URL function. And instead of inputting the shortcut directly, we're going to filter that. And this is going to be input get. And we're going to look for the short URL. And then finally, we're going to actually save the user data. Now we're actually doing it in this order for a very specific reason. We're going to get the user data while the user is still on this page. We're then going to send the user on their way to wherever they want to go, whichever web page they've been directed to. After they've left, we're then going to store the data. Now the specific order is because saving into a MySQL database can take a few milliseconds, and that's time that we don't need our user to actually be on the page. We already have all of the information, and so we can do that behind the scenes, as it were. So if we save this now and go back to our website, and we have workspace/Google. So if we try this again now, it will redirect us, because that's obviously the intended functionality. So just to test everything out from beginning to end, we can create a new link. We can call this Twitter. So when we go to this now, it will automatically redirect us. If we didn't want to create a unique identifier, we could use this, and in this case it will redirect us as well. So now that we've basically finished our URL shortener site, I'm going to go ahead and comment all of the information, all of the functions that we've created, and I'll upload it to GitHub as well, so that if you want to download it and play around with it yourself, feel free to do so.